The modern day black family is a dysfunctional and toxic mess. This happened October 23rd last year, 2023. This is a story out of Cleveland, Ohio. I'm from Columbus, Ohio, so kind of hits close to home. So in the story, it's just resurfaced a couple of weeks ago, and it's been all over my timeline on YouTube. And I just wanted to put some thoughts to it. You have two brothers. You have a 20-year-old brother by the name of Rodney Curley Jr., who shoots his 23-year-old half brother. They have the same mother but different fathers, whose name was Tamir Hale Dial. He was 23 years old. The news reports that the brothers had gotten into a verbal argument, and the 20-year-old brother, the youngest brother, Rodney Curley Jr., shot his brother, Tamir Hale Dial, 16 times in the back while he was actually running away from him. And they said that they got into a verbal argument, and the older brother, the victim, Tamir, had told Rodney, "You ain't shit without that gun." And Rodney replied, "I don't fight. I kill. I shoot to kill." And that's what exactly he did. He shot his own brother. If people say half brother, listen, they grew up in the same household. They had the same mom. He shot his blood brother 16 times in the back while he was trying to flee from him. This is just one news story reporting about the modern day black dysfunctional family. I got to talk about this because it's so much mess that's laid up into this. So also on YouTube, you see that both sides of the family, the victim side of the family, Tamir, and then Rodney's side of the family, and they're going back and forth. And it's just like this crazy emotional outburst in the courtroom. The father of the victim, the father of Tamir, Hale Dial, he believes that he was betrayed because the mother of both sons, again, like shout out to her because again, like this is very, very difficult time for her. Imagine that you as a mother, as a parent, specifically as a mother, your baby literally kills your other baby. So that's what she's dealing with. One of her sons killed her other son. But the father of the victim, because again, they had different fathers, said that the mother actually signed a court document that actually gave her son, Rodney, the killer, leniency. So he was only sentenced to 23 years in prison, and he got like some manslaughter, felonious manslaughter, assault, aggravated assault charges, gun charges, things like that. When the father wanted, of course, he wanted true justice for his son. He wanted to give him the harshest punishment there could possibly be available. In the video, you hear, everyone in the family in the courtroom just going off, and you see the father of the victim, the father of Tamir, say to the news reporter that his mother is the reason why my son is dead. It's not fair that I was not given the opportunity to actually have something to do with my son's killer's sentencing. I couldn't. He had no idea that he could actually be a part of that because the mom had quietly filled out paperwork and got her son leniency, the killer, and only got him 23 years on some manslaughter charges. And the father actually wanted to read his own, he wrote a letter, his victim impact statement, talking about, how this tragedy has just impacted him and affected him, losing his son so tragically. He said, my son had a father. It was me, of course. I was there in his life. I was raising him. I loved him. He was loved. And, his killer, I don't give a damn if it is his brother. He needs to face max consequences. So let's get into the dysfunction. So in this story, you got a black woman, the mother. She has two children by two different men. Okay, now that in itself is it's so common in the black community, and what people don't understand is this: when you have children by multiple partners, be they men or women, you have children by multiple baby moms or multiple baby dads. Those children, they're your children, of course, the parent who fathered or mothered them, but they have different characteristic traits because you keep having children with different people who have different genetics, they have different bloodlines, they have different nutritional diet needs, they have different personalities, they have different mental illness, they may have different substance abuse disorders, other genetic components to them because again, there's different people. And then when you raise these children who come from two different fathers or two different mothers in the background, they usually tend to be kind of different. They can be the same, but again, their personalities, the way they look, the way they view life, the way they view themselves typically it's not the same, okay? And you can definitely tell that in this case. You have the older brother of the victim. You had Tamir telling him, you ain't shit without that gun. And then the younger brother, Rodney, is like, you know what? I don't care. I don't fight people. I shoot to kill. And exactly what he did. And again, it's like it just caused all this dysfunction. You got sibling rivalry. Again, that's already a thing. It's very normal for siblings to have rivalry. Even when they are grown up with the same parents, the same set of parents, the parents are married, have a great marriage relationship. They're in a Christian household. You know all the cookie cutter shit. You know the middle upper class. You still have brothers and sisters that fight. That's just what it is. You know, as human beings, we're emotional animals who we always get into conflicts when it comes to how we deal with our relationships. But imagine that times 10. You are raised in a single parent household, more than likely impoverished household, in a violent neighborhood. You have two different fathers, so you guys have two different personality traits. It could be some resentment because it sounds like to me, just based on this story, Tamir, the victim, his father said, he had a father. He was there for him. Well, the younger brother, the perpetrator who killed him, Rodney, he probably didn't have a father in his life, or he was on and off. Maybe his father's dead. He could be strung out on drugs. He could be locked up, and that's that resentment. Imagine you as a child, you're growing up in a single mother household, and you see your sibling who has, again, like you guys have the same mother, y'all share the same mom but different fathers. Their father, your sibling's father, is coming up to pick them up on the weekends. They're sending them Christmas and birthday gifts. They're taking them out to eat while you haven't seen your dad in like since who knows if you ever even met the man, right? So imagine that resentment, that ostracization that sibling may feel. Again, it just multiplies all these issues just on the black family. All of this dysfunction is just starting to compound upon itself. And then your dad could have substance abuse disorders, mental illness that he passed down to you. And then like your other half sibling, maybe they had a better father that he had better genetics. He was taller, stronger. He didn't do drugs. He didn't abuse alcohol. He has a good job. He's actually a good, upstanding, man. But your dad's probably a piece of shit. Okay, that's probably why you haven't seen him since Kingdom Come. And again, imagine that rivalry that sets in a household. And this is too common in black families. We got one mom having all these children with multiple men, got multiple men coming in and out the house, and these children are really suffering from it. Look at this. This is just a drop in the bucket. There's thousands, possibly millions of Tamirs and Rodneys running around the black community today because of our dysfunctional family. The black family has just completely just broke down. And the sisters is not any better. Women, we fight our sisters all the time. Sister rivalry is a huge thing. But don't let one of them, again, different fathers, one be light skinned, the other one dark skinned, and it's favoritism. It just brews resentment, hatred, envy, jealousy, and frustration. Their poor mother. She has to bury one son and has to set her son off to be in prison for the next 23 years. And the son that was the victim, the older son, Tamir, it was a picture that they showed of him holding a little girl, which appears like I think he was a father. This is just all so senseless. Again, the black family, the breakdown in the black family structure of mother, father, and children, it could save us. But again, like we don't even believe in marriage anymore. We just have unprotected sex with a bunch of strangers because it's fun and it feels good. And then these kids get here, we act like we don't know what's wrong with them.